emotions are high, but the excitement is big here in Durham. Senior Day, Game 3 between the Duke Blue Devils and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Welcome into the broadcast booth. She is Rain Wilson. I am Chris Hooks. And Rain, again, Senior Day. Coach Young can get to 300 wins. Pinstripes. This is kind of the classic 1-2 pitch. That's a slow roller that Baker keeps in fair territory to get the easy out for the 3 unassisted, and we're underway. So glad he could join us. Such a fun week. So 1-0 is the count to Emily Tran, who enters play today on the grounder. And Malau Ulu had a little trouble, but a nice job to keep it in front. Whew. That just shows you how good this league is as Amaral puts a charge on the 1-1. It's going back to the wall. Amaral! And again, for the 3rd straight game, the Fighting Irish strike first. Amaral with the 2-run dinger right up the middle. And the Fighting Irish lead it 2-0 here in the top of the 1st.
Well, Addison Amaral was the player you circle. We're not going to let her beat us, but you can't keep her down for long. Takes a rise ball, gets the barrel up to it, and then lets the bat speed do all the work. Great timing, great barrel turn behind her to get the barrel out in front, and then lets the wind do the rest of the work. First inning of all 3 games in this series, this team has come ready to hit and on time.
There could be 2. Good throw by Jada Baker to get the lead runner. And if we have the replay of this, I know 3 times here throughout the weekend. It'll be a short pop-up that Anna Gold will camp under it and also stay out of the way of Cronenberger. And that will do it for the frame, but the damage is done.
For Duke, it's relaxing after that first and really settling into the rhythm.
That one slapped and fielded very cleanly by Kaya Cortez. That was a tough hop, and she was able to keep it in front to get the easy first out. Although
very close, it's been 1 play away. So I think for Notre Dame, that's got to give you confidence, and this definitely hurts that.
Yeah, Vega all the way to the gap in right center field. Good job by Houlihan to get to it to limit the damage. But Amina Vega, little double bubble action.
The fact that they're swinging at that pitch in a 3-1 count, that's got to have some confidence if you're Duke. But for Shannon Becker, you kind of got to go with that pitch again because Anna Gold was seeing the pitch hard in really well. That changeup misses low and away, and Anna Gold takes the base on balls.
So Becker coming into today a 4.7 ERA. Run and 2, or rather a double and 2 home runs. And she's going to hit possibly a double play here. They're going to get at least the first is a tag out and force out over at 3rd. That was a tough break for Duke.
Safe, but you don't know unless you give yourself a chance.
Now when line to the gap in left center field, here comes 1 run. I think Rodriguez is going to get hit. Now they're going to hold her at 3rd. KK Mathis finds herself over at 2nd. 2-1. The Blue Devils are rolling. Get out the double bubble. It's another double for the Blue Devils.
And it's KK Mathis this time. A drop ball in her half, catches too much of the white. And KK Mathis does a great job of turning the barrel, getting out in front, and finding a nice piece of this one. Jane Cronenberger does a nice job of getting the ball into Addison Amaral. Kyra Rodriguez
on the weekend. And she will lift that one in the air to the left side, and Amaral will simply get to camp under it for the 3rd out. But the fireworks are enough. Duke down. That one ripped towards right field. Terrell rather. I thought for a second she misjudged it, but it went right to her. So Drug-Miller, ground ball, backhanded by Vega. Vega on her back foot. Oh, she's safe at first. That was really close. 8th in, or rather game 2, and 8th in game 1. See if she can get the offense going. That's the bottom of the lineup that's had their struggles. Here's a possible 2. Yes! What a play by Jada Baker. She touches first. Our instructional video of how to play first base, as she will get that one, a little duck snort for a base hit to the right side. And Baker, talk about taking advantage of the 308 on the weekend, and only 6 strikeouts That's pretty good. There's a bunt right to Becker. First baseman dropped it, but you got to wonder if the error is going to be on the pitcher, because that was here this weekend. There's the 2-1 from Becker. Jennings bunts down the line. O'Brien out at first, and everybody advances. So the sac bunt does work out to,
which leaves right center gap open, and a ton of changeups being thrown by Becker right now.
And that one's lifted left side. Tran charging. She'll make the catch and just throws a flat, just rocket home.
Consciously or subconsciously, it helps your team.
Payoff. Lifted in the air towards left center. Tran chasing and makes the play. They're giving her a little workout here in this ball game, and the Fighting Irish keep the Blue Devils off the ball.
Yeah,
what's going on there?
Yeah, it can be used for a lot of different ways for different athletes, but ultimately what you're trying to do with the split grip is just create the barrel turn quicker. No, not as much lagging time. Helps the barrel turn with the pitches up in the zone, but I mean, to each athlete's a little different, and honestly, there's many times playing that just trying something new helps you get out of a funk, and just splitting the grip a little.
Here's the 3-1. That one ripped towards left center field. Amaral gives it a run, but Deanna Jennings is there. So the easy 1-2
to keep her off the base path.
Here's the payoff. Chopper up the middle. Amaral. Easy play. Routine. A 6-3 put out. One down. Yesterday, Castor, 6.
And you know she can hit 70.
And there's Kyrie being patient, and she takes it towards the gap in right center. Good job there by Houlihan. Hitting it in quickly as Kyrie. Base knock.
That one was a really quick play, so likely didn't play a factor, but Castor, another punch out.
1-0. There's a check down to first, and they're going to have Mike in a rundown, and they get her. And that's a tough break, a execution error there by the Blue Devils, and you can see Marissa Young. Ground ball over to the right side, easily played by Vega, one down. So Duke had an opportunity, runners on, talking to her. Again, there's that one kind of golfed out towards left center field, but Deanna Jennings calls everyone else off and says, I got it. 2 down. 1-1, ripped in the air towards Terrell. Can of corn, 3 up, 3 down. 2-1, bottom of 4th we go here in Durham. It's so different than with 1 out on the board. Baker bunts left side. O'Brien charges. Good throw. Sack bunt works out perfectly, though. We've got a runner in scoring position for Marissa Young and her squad.
But an interesting move to bunt to this position at this point of the game.
And she'll bunt it right side. Beautifully laid down. Safe at first. She runs to second. And they are now on a rundown. Amaral looking over. Amaral throws to third. Back in time. Here comes Thomas over to second. Thomas safe at second. And we got a little controversy brewing here in regards to whether to go back to, like, after she made the throw, just go to second, it's dead.
Wow. Wow, and I think our home...
Those coaches seem to keep it together. Ground ball, good stop by Cortez. Can she get there in time? No, this game is tied. And that'll be an RBI single for Deanna Jennings, and she's gonna go to second base. got her at second, and she tried to get greedy there. Either way, game's tied at 2.
I just... Kaya Cortez keeps this ball in the infield. Great job. A dive to the right. Deanna Jennings lets the wheels work. But again, Duke comes back to the bag and tries to make something happen.
As Castor trying to keep the game tied. Allow Ulu, slow roller right side. And that's underhanded by Holloway. And the damage is averted to minimal at that. But we're going to the 5th. Game tied at 2. And Drugmiller has really settled in. Ground ball. What a play by Malau Ulu. And she's short-armed it a little over to first. The out's made, but...
Players out there, just keep your feet moving towards first base. You got plenty of time.
Yep, there's Drugmiller with the quick dribbler. And again, Drugmiller going the efficient route in the pitching category here. Marissa Young, here's the 3-1. That one lifted in the air just on the edge of the outfield, carrying her momentum. Is on a gold, and that'll do it. It's the Danny Drugmiller show here in Durham.
I think I was preoccupied by that.
2-1, line drive, base hit up the middle for Vega, and she claps, fired up on the way down the base path. And that's when you know, as a player of whether base. She's hitting a measly 345 this year. I say that sarcastically. 0-2, and Castor just fired up. It was just not a good at bat.
For her, it seems she's been hot.
2-2, line right into the glove. Double play, Notre Dame. And I think they're going to try to challenge this, but it was line right to Cortez. She tagged the base. And Vega is calling for the review.
Yeah, this one, yeah. Kaya Cortez did a great job to work towards that. And I think Amina Vega, because of her reaction, to immediately think that that was safe. She's got the, I mean, it's her hand, then the glove. I think that's a super tight play, but
and here comes the home plate umpire, Christopher Tahanika, and they call him safe, so it'll just be here in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch, right center field, off the wall. Here comes Vega around third. They're going to send her home. Here's the throw, not in time. Duke takes the lead. KK, what you say? It's 3-2 Duke.
KK Mathis does it again. This pitch, middle, and she doesn't miss it. Right center gap, gets the barrel out, and lets the bat speed do the work. Avery Houlihan does all she can to get the ball in, but doesn't make a difference with the
2-2, slow roller. O'Brien charges, dart to first in time. Good play by O'Brien, and she's just shined all weekend long, but the Blue Devils have done just enough. They played a run on KK Mathis in the RBI double. 3. And the future for the Fighting Irish program, bright with her at the hot corner as she shoots one down the line. Baker off her glove. Credit to Vega for almost getting the out there. And that'll just be a loud single in the infield. 3-1, bunt left side. Malau Ulu gets the play. They throw over to second to check up on O'Brien. That'll be a sack, 5-3. And so 3-1, Drugmiller. That one hit high, deep, and out of here. Amaral with her second 2-run jack. And they grab the lead back. The Fighting Irish do so at 4-3.
The sophomore, Addie Amaral, does it again. Another pitch elevated. 3-1 count, sells out for the rise ball, and drills this out to left field. Notre Dame takes the lead. The sophomore second bomb of the day, and that one, the biggest maybe of the season, or that one probably 260 out to left, but we play on, and you still got to deal with Rachel Allen.
And Allen hits a hard grounder over to Vega. And that's an easy 4-3 put out, 2 down now. And Drug-Miller standing on the far side of the circle. Ground ball. Will be easily played by Vega and underhanded, and the damage is done though as we go to. And that's popped up in the air left side on the 3-1 pitch. One down. So Aaliyah Terrell delivers. Ground ball, Caster shields it and actually stuck in her glove. And she will record the out. Nice job there by that young lady.
It does get by these outfielders. Chance for inside the park home run.
There's a bouncer over to Cortez. Easy play there. And the shutdown inning that Notre Dame needed, they got. No runs, no hits, no errors. 6 complete. Notre Dame ahead 4-3 on senior day. Rather, 4 of those came in the first 2 innings, 2 in the last few, as that's drilled towards the left center field area. And Holloway will record her first hit of the afternoon. And so the leadoff hitter gets aboard.
With a ton of heat. Works a 2-seam fastball, a curveball, rise ball, and that one gets away from Kyrie Rodriguez, which is another one that for Duke, big disappointment because now you don't have to bunt. Now you can give your team, if you're Notre, when she has to face the top of this Duke order. But for Duke right now, if Kerr can get this first out, they begin to relax a little bit here in the top half of the 7th.
Ball 4, 2 runners on. That's a tough situation to come in anyway.
Aniff gonna go with the swing away.
Wild pitch, and everybody moves forward. To give her 451 strikeouts. Here's the 2-2. Good, blown right by her. 452.
Deep, and here we see again 3-2 in the 7th.
Payoff. Ball 4, bases loaded now. So here comes Caroline O'Brien with the bases loaded and 1 out here in the top of the.
Because they have the spray chart for O'Brien.
That one lifted towards right field. Terrell comes up, makes the catch. Here's the throw home, and it's not in time. It's a little bit off, and it's 5-3, and they're just going to let the runner go to second base. And so the run does score.
Up clutch in a number of ways this Notre Dame team here. Sac fly out to right. Aaliyah Terrell does a great job of charging it, but it's the throw that goes up the line. Rodriguez unable to get it on the short hop. Curd, great job backing up there. Of course you want to get out of the inning no matter what here with 2 outs, but just the presence that she's brought today.
There's Tran, base hit right side, and it's 6-3. Big hit by Emily Tran, her second of the day. Rocks, leans back, lifted. That's not going to be enough. It's in shallow left field. Anna Gold camps under it, and that'll do it. But Notre Dame gets. And the Blue Devils pull it off is the big question. You got to get the first one on. Allow Ulu bunts. Perfect down the first base or third base line. She runs down the first base line perfectly. And that's a bunt single. And right now she's got a 1-1 count. Right now she's got a base hit up the middle. And here comes Malau Ulu to score. Here's the throw, cut off. 6-4. Duke's not dead yet.
And the senior shows up. And what could have been, and still could be, her last at-bat here at Duke Softball Stadium, drills it up the middle. Scores the other senior on the base path, Tessa Malau-Ulu.
No outs, 2 runners on. Ground ball left side. They're going to throw to third to get the leadoff runner. Good job there. They get the first out. Fielder's choice for Rodriguez. Caster fires. That one lifted towards the gap in left center field. It's caught on the run by Cronenberger. She gave that a ride. 2 down. 0-1. That one hit right side. That's going to bring in a run. Here's the throw, and it's not in time. And Amaya Burgess, her first hit of the day, her first RBI of the afternoon. Give her 20 on the year. It's a 1-run ball game, 2 outs.
Amaya Burgess comes up clutch again. 3-4 hole line drive through the right side. Scores another. Duke within 1-2.
Tough play for O'Brien. Either way, it's 0-1. And the game-winning run is standing at first base. Baker, ground ball. That's up the middle. Got her at second. And by the closest of margins, Holloway touches and gets the force out. And the Fighting Irish hold on for the 6-5 win as they salvage a game in the series to move to 7-14 in ACC play. What a ball game by both teams. Rain, just your final thoughts on the weekend and the game for the Fighting Irish.
I think this just speaks to where Notre Dame is headed. Not the season they wanted by any means when you look at the win-loss column, but today is what you can become used to seeing from this Notre Dame team. Addie Emerald, 2 bombs, 4 RBI, battling in the circle for Michaela Castor. For these Duke seniors, a tough taste left in the mouth. Potentially